Hello everyone, this is my presentation on architecture and reference model. I am Neeraj Saini, roll number 17 CS47. So let's start. Okay, so introduction. What is IoT? We all know IoT's full form is Internet of Things. So the IoT is a support infrastructure for enabling objects and places in the physical world to have a corresponding representation in the digital world. The devices are physical artifacts with which the physical and virtual world interact. What this is saying that in Internet of Things, many devices which are present in the physical world uh, will will be used to connect to the virtual world. These devices interact with the virtual world and send data and in the virtual world and give output and work how they suppose to. So in an ARM consists of two main parts, a reference model and a reference architecture. So first we see reference model. So reference model, network compute application and data management architectures that are ready require a different communication and processing model. Today there is not a standard way of understanding or describing these models for IoT. So a reference model is proposed to solve this problem. This reference model comprises of 7 levels, and each level is defined with terminology that can be standardized to create a globally accepted frame of reference. So the model describes how tasks at each level should be handled and to maintain simplicity, allow high scalability and ensure supportability. Finally, the model defines the function required for an IoT system to be complete. The IoT reference model also allows the processing occurring at each level to range from trivial to complex depending on the situation. So it is a very flexible model which can adapt the complexity of the situation, and depending on that it will range the complexity of the model according to that complexity. So these are the 7 stages of reference model. We will. There is first stage physical devices controller, second connectivity, third edge computing, fourth data accumulation, fifth data abstraction, sixth application, seventh collaboration and processes. So we will see these stages one by one. I am using a older version, so it is not behaving supposed to behave. So first physical devices and control. The IoT reference model start with level 1 and physical devices and controller that might control multiple devices. What this level is, these are the things of in IoT, and they include a wide range of endpoint devices that send and receive information. Devices are diverse and there is no rules about size, location, and we cannot define that. So second level will be connectivity. Communication and connectivity are concentrated in level 2. The most important function of connectivity and this level is reliable and timely information transmission, because there is a huge factor of time in IoT devices. in which they communicate to the network and receive the information and work on that information. So the time factor is very important. And third is edge computing. It is also called fog computing sometimes. This means that the level 3 activity focus on high volume data analysis and transformation. In this we do things like evaluation, formatting, expanding, assessment of the data. When we connect data from IoT devices, there is many much data. So we have to compute it before we have to process this data and process the data which is important for us, not all the data we collected. So in this we will uh, okay. So third is edge and fog computing. The next one is data accumulation. uh, at level 4 data accumulation, data in motion is converted to data is rest. Application typically assume that data is at rest or unchanging in memory or in disk. When any application work on any data, it think that data is at rest and stored somewhere. So in this level up, we are going to store the data and change the data, moving data into stationary. Next level is data abstraction. Mm, the data abstraction function of level 5 are focused on rendering data and its storage in ways that enable developing simpler performance enhanced applications. So data abstraction is with multiple devices generating data. There are many reasons why this data may not land in same data storage, and there are many reasons, there might be too much data to put in one place. Moving data into a database might consume too much power, processing power, and etc. So we use we use data abstraction. Then the next is application. Level 6 is the application level where information interpretation occurs. So in application level, software at this level interacts with data at rest, so it does not have to operate at network speed. So collaboration and process, and it is the last level of reference model. IoT includes people and processes. The IoT system and the information it creates is of little value unless it yield action, which often requires people and processes. People use application and associated data for their specific needs. Often multiple people use the same application for a range of different purposes. So the objective is not the application, it is to empower people to do their work better. So IoT IoT collaborate with people and according give processes. So we have discussed reference model. Now we are going to see reference architecture. What is a reference architecture? And architecture is a blueprint of something that we want to create. It provides a starting point for architects looking to create IoT solution, as well as a strong basis for further development. The reference architecture must cover multiple aspects, including the cloud or server-side architecture that allows us to monitor, manage, interact with, and process the data from the IoT devices. The networking model is this. So we can summarize the key requirements for reference architecture. It will show us the connectivity and communication, device management, scalability, security, and predictive analysis, etc. So reference architecture tells us what an IoT device is supposed to do, and how we can prepare an IoT device. So This is the architecture. Mm. So next topic is representational state transfer. It is a software architectural style that defines a set of constraints to be used for creating web services. Web services that conform to the REST architectural device style called RESTful web services provide interoperability between computer system on the internet. RESTful system aim for fast performance, reliability, and the ability to grow by reusing components that can be managed and updated without affecting the system as a whole, even while it is running. So, RESTful web services allow the requesting system to access and manipulate textual representation of web resources by using a uniform and predefined set of stateless operations. So, what is uniform resource identifiers? A definition is an identifier is a pattern to uniquely identify a single entity, instance identifier, or a class of entities within a specific context. The unique identifier that makes content addressable on the internet by uniquely targeting items such as text, videos, images, and application. So next we are seeing some challenges in IoT. Here is a list of challenges in IoT. Some basic challenges. So first is compatibility and interoperability of different IoT system. So what is this? As per the market analysis, 40 to 60% of the total values lies on our ability to achieve interoperability between different IoT systems. With numerous vendors and service providers, it became really difficult to maintain interoperability between different IoT systems. It is a main challenge that we make the different IoT devices interoperable, which are designed by different service providers, and so we cannot put a fixed architecture on this also. So, but we can make them interoperable with the other IoT devices. So next is identification and authentication of technologies. So what is this? Bringing along a large number of connected devices on one platform needs formalization and system architecture that can identify and authenticate those devices. So it is a security measure. The next is integration of IoT products with IoT platform. For the successful implementation of IoT applications, enterprises need to integrate various IoT connected products with right IoT platforms. This is in this We need to integrate the same IoT products with the IoT platform successfully. If not, we are going to see an error, and devices are not going to work as they supposed to if they are not connected to their right platform. So next is connectivity. Connectivity is a major challenge in applying the IoT devices in physical world, because as the internet is still not available everywhere at the same speed. So a global mobile satellite company revealed that 24% find connectivity issues as the one of the biggest challenges in IoT development, because there is not connectivity, internet connectivity everywhere in the planet. So we cannot mm, start IoT devices there, and we cannot connect with them. So next challenge is handling unstructured data. So as we see, IoT devices collect a lot of data which is not structured. Uh, it is a real challenge to see what data is valuable. because we get a lot of data. It is hard to process all that data. uh, so we need to see what data is valuable for us. As the according to a survey, 80% of today's data is unstructured data, and so the data cannot be stored in SQL format. If data is unstructured, the machine cannot learn anything from that data. We need to process that and convert it into a structured data in a SQL format, or anything there which can be processed by the machine. So next is data capturing capabilities. The purpose of data capturing the purpose of capturing data is to transform the information collected from various sources in a standard format that can be analyzed and automated. Next is intelligent analytics. So at this stage we are at the very purpose of IoT, which is translating data into meaningful information. A flaw in data or data model could lead to false positive and false negative, which is not good for our system. Uh, Next are some security challenges, which is insufficient testing and updating, brute forcing, and the issue of default password, IoT malware and ransomware, data security, and uh, small IoT attacks that evade detection, AI automation, home invasion, and untrustworthy communication. So this is it. This is the challenges in IoT. So, so thank you for being patient with me, and have a good day.